So yeah, I'm in a caravan. I thought it was going to be a cabin and be completely like kitchen and bathroom, and I was just dying to have my own toilet because I thought maybe that'll help me let go, but no. Because yesterday, once I left Michelle's, Mary Ellen, I went to the Coffs gorgeous little growers markets, and all I could think about was if I had a coffee and a fag, I could let go. And so, and also I was pretty spun out with the understanding that a lot of my blockages are possibly way more metaphysical, because when I speak to Rupa on the phone about the fact that I'm still really struggling in this area, even though I haven't got my own bathroom a lot, you know, like that's just not my reality anymore. And so I have all that weird kind of single person kind of eccentric ways, as well as, you know, the fact that I've got the kink in my bowel and it's longer, and then I wasn't, you know, we know everything, what's gone on there. Not being able to let go. And so I was feeling all that. And then, you know, I just saw this amazing man, Jeffrey, who sells Waratahs, which is the New South Wales flower emblem. Just amazing. So I pulled the vlog out, and, you know, we were chatting, and then I met this other man, and this is when I need to edit, because there's sort of like, you know, 5-10 second bits of gold just in a lot of shit. So I'm kind of like, am I going to put them up, you know? Because in a way there's a lot of synchronicity, because, you know, we've already been with Mary Ellen, we're talking about yoni, sexuality, yeah, and then even later in the day when I got here, so, you know, you'll see what I'm talking. I am going to put them up, but I'll probably take them down in a week. So I'm just putting them up for the people that are really following me, and there's not that many of you, so, and then I'll probably take them down because they're a bit, I watch them and I go, oh, I can tell I'm really constipated and not grounded, and you know, behind me I can feel the fear of, you know, driving somewhere again. I don't know where I'm going, and I was just trying to do anything but get in the car and leave. So I was just kind of hanging out. But I had this really interesting intrigue with a man called Mr. Nobody. Like, when you see it on film, it was an instantaneous, we just started laughing into each other. Like, that's how we met. We just started laughing. No words. And I look at that stuff and I go, that's really gold. Like, that is, you know, and that would just that'd be a great edited piece, but because, you know, so you just got to sort of go through it. So I get here last night and I have this meltdown when I realise I'm in a caravan without my own kitchen and toilet. Walk in, see the microwave. My phone's ringing. Fuck, I don't know where it is. I've got about to repack the whole car. I've just taken everything out. I have a meltdown when I see the microwave going, oh my God, I've got these special needs. So they let me use the bathroom and the kitchen. They end up being the loveliest people, but they're Pentecostal Christians. And so Graham and I were having a very, you know, colourful, heated conversation in the kitchen last night. And it's really interesting because in one of the vlogs yesterday, I'm actually saying to Jeffrey, who's the guy you're going to see, who was a scientist, atheist, really highbrow, and I always lose my shit when I'm around people like that, and I say, and around born-again Christians who quote the Bible at me. Because I have no education, the moment I'm met with people that have facts and figures, I really lose myself, and because my knowingness is all instinctual and intuitive. And the amazing mentors and teachers I've had, I haven't read the books, you know. My wisdom is from a different place. And so when I'm with these people, I can really go into less than, you know. Anyway, and Graham's a gorgeous man, but again, it's that whole thing of, unless you take Christ as your saviour, you know, you can't go to the promised land. And I'm like, well, I reckon your promised land sounds really fucking boring, because nobody I know will be there, doll. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's a very small pocket of people. That's the thing I do find difficult about that kind, and I love Christ. I'm just not into the Bible. I'm into the whole Christ and Mary Magdalene being lovers, and Christ living in India, and, you know, all that sort of demonic stuff, and love astrology, and, you know, all that. I was telling him all that, and he was just like, And I think he was thinking, God, if I could just save her, she'd be a great spokesperson. Anyway, the thing I find really offensive, challenging, not offensive, challenging, about those particular Christians, because my parents are fluent Christians, Catholics, and they don't think like that. They don't think they're the only ones, you know, because, yeah, Catholic faith now has Buddhists and Hindu and Jewish rabbis coming in and, you know, holding fort in the churches and speaking from their truth. And, you know, so a lot of that's really shifted in the church. But it's Muslims and these kinds of Christians that believe they are absolutely the only right people. You know, Buddhists don't think like that, and Hindus don't think like that, and Taoists don't, you know, and I don't think shamans do. So, yeah, it's the moment people think that their way is the only way, I just shut down, you know. Is it the rebel in me? So I don't know what I'm doing other than I've got to fucking get out of this place before it heats up. And I just really need to go for a walk and be in nature and the ocean and stuff before I head to Copacabana to have a gay old time with the women. I think it's a 3 or 4 hour drive. Yesterday was a much bigger drive than what I thought. And the Google lady kept wanting me to turn around and go back the other way, which is freaking me out because there's all these new highways. Anyway, so I then realised I'm about to go past Taree, which I've got no idea that's on my way to Foster or anything, so I don't know anything. And I think about Steve Fitton, who I used to work on the radio with like 26, 27 years ago, and we're Facebook friends. So, you know, I ring him, and next minute I'm at his house having, you know, a wee stop and a glass of water. And I've vlogged with him, so you'll see that as well. So I did about 3 vlogs at the markets with Jeffy and Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody is the one I had the vibe with. And we talked about yonis, right? Anyway. And then I go to Sissy's, and I finally did a poo last night before I went to bed in a stranger's toilet. Then I took the special herbs from Rupert and I went again today. So I've really shape-shifted myself away from coffee and a cigarette because I don't want a coffee and a cigarette. I just know the instantaneous medicine they are and how they can release me and make me feel so much better. But, you know, I don't want to do that. You know, I want to be able to do this myself. So, yeah, I've got to pack the car. I wish I could hire a hubby to do that for me. I really do.